Hello. I just had a very close call with my life just before he turned this on. I was in his apartment in here, and all of a sudden the thought occurred to me to pick up his vacuum cleaner. And I don't know why he didn't stop me. I've just barely recovered from a near-death experience. Blood poisoning that I did to myself.
This is certainly a new one to me. You never told me that.
And he didn't stop me.
I did not.
And before I knew what I was
happening.
doing, I had vacuumed his floor and even forced him to remove all the cushions from his futon. I don't know, I just went mad for a little while. And you just stood there, in fact...
I thought you wanted to renew your lease on my life.
Yes, but at my age, it's absolutely dangerous for me to do stuff like that.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
And then pretty soon, it was warm in here, and I started feeling like, because, I haven't picked up a vacuum cleaner for God knows how many weeks, days, years.
Let's stick with the years now. This is
at least not in his house.
I've been to your apartment.
Mine too. So, at our age,
What do you
a vacuum
keep dragging me down your
cleaner
age?
is a dangerous toy. We just shouldn't. And I don't know what caused me to do it. I think it was because I had recovered quite a bit from. You're always doing something when you're old to cause you to have some ailment. Food poisoning. If it's not one thing, it's another. And, you're trying not to, you stay within your limits, but your limitations, so what is your excuse for letting me do all that work this morning?
You want me to tell you this? You're not going to like it when I tell you. This woman had the audacity. Now, I know that's not a big word, but a lot of people who ever look at this are going to go, what? Made me wear this shirt and that hat.
Yes, take off that hat and let's show them how you looked.
Oh, give me the glasses.
Oh yes, he doesn't ever wear hats like this unless he has this.
Hey,
and
what are you talking about?
I thought about buying him one, but there was only one left on the shelf. And so I bought it, and then I said, well, try it on. Let's see how you look. Oh, my God. Ooh. I don't know who looks the best in it, him or me.
Well, I think we know.
Oh.
Yes, you don't have
As he told me, he just grabbed for this hat. When he saw he grabbed for it because he said,
if you walk down the street looking like this, you better be prepared for trouble. That's what it is, baby.
Well,
especially if you're playing an air guitar, people are going to go.
Well, you see, it reminded him of when his father, who was a salesman in a very best men's store.
He was
in
one of the managers.
St. Louis.
Men's store.
He became, he rose from the ranks to manager. And he would bring his little son home, suits at 6 years old.
Are you kidding? I was baptized in a suit and a tie.
Oh,
kidding?
You're kidding. You're kidding. Not a tie. Not baptized.
What are you talking about?
Well, anyway, we've got a lot to cover today, so we can't linger. And I don't know. I think Mad Hatter suits him. I can't give up my little hat. Because yesterday I went to Super Target. You'd think that'd be enough to satisfy me. But no, I don't know. Somehow or another, my other life, the life I used to lead. It just came back on me, and I picked up that vacuum
What the hell is the other
cleaner.
life you used to live?
I picked it up, and oh my goodness, please, and he don't stop me. He don't stop me. I guess he just couldn't keep from letting me just go on and on until finally I started feeling, I done it now. Oh, I better stop. So I had him turn the air conditioning on to cold,
and I turned it off because it's real noisy
It
right now,
revived me,
okay?
and I assure you, I won't pass on camera, but it was a very close call, and I think I was distracted because I said goodbye to one of my sons who went back up to the rural country where I live.
How old is the son?
My son is in his 50s, and took my grandson with him. And
how old is the grandson?
We've already heard that there's no
How old is the grandson?
18. And it was his 18th birthday. And we've already heard that they have no cell phone service
I love
up
that
there.
too, man. I don't understand.
Did you hear this?
Hmm?
No cell phone service.
That's
I mean,
not
how can anybody go anywhere and be out of and bring themselves to be without cell phone
Well,
service?
here's my question.
I tried to call him. I couldn't even call and find out if he'd
What?
survived the trip.
Well, here's the question. My question
So I had
is,
visions of
why
him.
would anybody want to go to someplace that is so nothingness that they don't even have?
Well, finally, 2
Why would
days.
anybody want to go there?
2
I don't
days
get it.
after
I
he,
was raised in a city.
my son was supposed to call me when he arrived. Well, obviously, I didn't realize the phone service had practically failed up there. The cell
Well,
phone
they didn't
service.
call you.
So
and
he
tell you,
didn't call
did
me.
they?
Didn't call me. Finally, went to another town, and he called and he left a message, and it went, "Mom, blah blah blah." Then it went, blah, 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 and I couldn't even tell what he was saying.
Well, that's the way they talk up in southern
No, no, it was crackety crack, and then it went off. And then I tried to call him back, and it said, "Phone service is out. Try again later." Imagine, my son has gone to a place where there's no modern. This is worse than when I lived there, because at least we had telephone wires strung from here to the city, so if necessary, we could always call if we were away, or if people could call us from all over. I mean, Salt Lake, everything. Our phones,
way up in Salt Lake.
our
City?
phone ring was 3 shorts and 2 longs. And all we had to do was go ring, 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 and we could get anybody. Now, they say the cell phone service has said they don't, these people out here in these rural areas, they lose so much money trying to keep them in cell phone service.
There was a telephone, you picked it up, and you talked to the operator. There wasn't any. She looks like something out of Green Acres. Trust me, this place up there is much worse than Green Acres. Trust me.
Well, I can't even find out what happened. He started saying, "A woman on the freeway," and then went, "Cluck, cluck, 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 cluck." I never got any. I did not hear what he said. And every time I try to call back, they say, "Phone service is out."
That's what he said.
Well, last year they served them notice that they were all just too expensive, and they're probably going to cut out cell phone service.
They've been doing that all over the United States.
I mean, I thought everybody got cell phone service in the United States. Everywhere you go, somebody's got their phones to their ear, and no.
Well, one of the problems
In the rural area.
One of the problems is that you don't have a cell phone.
Yeah, but I have a digital computer phone, which is just as good. I'd lose that damn cell phone, and so that's why I don't want one. And besides, I'm within reach of my phone. I don't go that far away, and so I'm not that attached to my phone, but everybody else is carrying their phones in their purse, their pockets. In fact, my sister, who isn't quite in the rural area up there, she takes her cell phone everywhere. I can get a hold of her in the post office, the bank, and
Oh, it's for you, honey.
oh my gosh! So what am I going to do? I mean,
I guarantee
my
you one
son
thing.
is going to be out of communication. My grandson, my other son, I tried to call him. They said the service was out.
And don't forget baby. Baby is not happy out there. Baby must have
shut up! Don't be talking about that.
Baby's dog.
You just keep quiet.
Baby's a
Speak
dog.
when you're spoken.
Dog doesn't like it up there either. Can you blame him?
So,
There's no other dogs up there.
anyway, I'm just trying to think how I can possibly manage until I can get back in touch. Because I'm used to being in touch. They used to have good phone service.
Well, actually, there's
but
another
they
word
found
for
out that
that.
it just didn't pay. That it's costing them thousands and thousands of dollars to take it out there. So they're just going to cut all those rural people off. Well, too bad. You're going to have to go back and living in the where they send up smoke signals. Well, we're still alive out here.
No, I have a tendency to disagree with that.
Still
one.
alive.
Any place you live and you think a smoke signal is making you alive,
That's what they
I
do.
think
I mean, the more modern we get, the more we.
I have some friends on the reservation that would just absolutely slap you in the face for saying that. And we know who they are, right?
And he just got
think
through
so.
saying my grandson needs to come back and get a job. Well, for an 18-year-old, the jobs have all disappeared. I
No,
mean, they
they
used to be
haven't.
able to get
You want
jobs.
fries with that?
Well, there's just a few of them. Because I keep track of that in the paper all the time because I have grandchildren and he doesn't. So I know
Wait a minute, I have grandchildren,
teenage
but I don't keep,
grandchildren.
I do not have to
Are-
pay attention to
And
them.
also, there people have to keep
My
track of them.
grandchildren probably have grandchildren.
Life is so dangerous. Teens can't even hardly go out and walk. You know, they kept. And my grandson was, I told him, I said, well, you look white. Haven't you been out in the sun? He said, no. And then I thought later on, oh my Lord, he lives in a dangerous part of the city. Probably not going out because it's too high risk. So, see, the more modern we get, the more backward somehow. So what are we going to do to keep our advantage, you know? If we just get to thinking that we've conquered everything, we've conquered all of our problems, and then
Well, you know,
find
your
out.
problem is you don't own a television.
oh yeah, I know, I don't. Why?
I've
It's
given
too
her two
complicated.
televisions and she just throws them out.
No, I can't afford them. I can afford the internet, or I can afford, and
I didn't say I gave you.
prefer the
I didn't say I
internet.
gave you.
And I also have a
Give me a
digital
television
phone.
set.
I get unlimited long
Your
distance.
daughter gave you a television set.
On my digital computer phone, because I need to talk to my sisters who live San Francisco, Utah, every day. I can talk to them every single day, and
Well, but they're
any
really.
money.
But they're thrilled about
Well,
that.
yeah, they're happy.
right? Oh, yeah.
You know, we're happy about that. So we,
I
in
know,
one
I'm
way,
happy
we
about
have got. Oh, we've advanced, and then now I find out there's no phone service. They cut it off. So I just don't know what to think.
Well, I guarantee you
So-
one thing. I'm going to tell you something now.
What?
You're not going to want to hear this, okay? There's envelopes, you know, like this, and you put a stamp on it, and you write the name down the way you want it to go. And then up in the left-hand corner, just in case something gets screwed up, you put your name and address out. and it,
The old-fashioned letter and stamps, we've almost done away with those too. So-
I haven't.
No, he still tries to communicate the old way because
Well,
he doesn't
I'll
understand the
guarantee you one
computer.
thing, it's a lot less.
He's still afraid of the computer. I go near. Don't
Not
go
afraid
near
of the
it. Don't go
computer.
near it.
I'm
Don't.
afraid of
Stand
what
back.
you do to
Stand
me
back.
on the computers. He just, yes. If you saw this picture this morning, she put it in there. Oh, God.
So anyway, I just want to come back and discuss with you certain problems and of old age, be living in the modern world, and
Well, when are you going to get it in the
Bye.
modern world? I mean, it's
bye.
don't be going
Well, the
up
more
in
modern we get, we seem to lose something.
Well, yeah, I don't
can't
live
help
with
it,
a horse, you know. I mean, I
Bye.
don't clean